So I thought I would make this video to highlight the difference in PV production between summer and winter, because I had two events that made it very clear what the limitations are for my system. First, as you see here, this was back in July 14th of 2025. I had a system shut down early in the morning. I used up over 80% of my battery capacity, and the inverter shut off at, as you see, 7:05 in the morning. And it was a beautiful sunshiny day, and you can see it was totally charged up by 11:20. And at this time, my battery bank was only 30 kilowatt hours. So in effect, I was able to generate 24.3 kilowatt hours of power in 4 hours and 15 minutes. And as you see, that the load, I left the load off and I just let it totally recharge. So that's how much charge capacity was there during that 4-hour period, 24 kilowatt hours. Now, if we fast forward to December, this is the day before the winter solstice, December 20th. So the day before the shortest day of the year. I had the same situation happen right here about 7:15 in the morning. You see here the screen's only showing 20%, but at some point it dropped a little below that and it turned the inverter off. And so I left the load disconnected and let it run to charge back up. So you see from 7:15 all the way to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 7.5 hours, and it only generated 23 kilowatt hours of power. And that was a beautifully clear day, as you can see by the profile here. And that's what happens in the wintertime. The sun's lower on the horizon here, plus my solar window is not ideal. I actually set it up more for summer, which I see what my limitations are now. But as you see here, right around 11, I start losing solar capacity because the sun's lower. I've got more shading on my panels. I'll try and roll in a couple of still photos of my array at the different times of the year to give you an idea. But this was a very clear indication of the problems of winter's PV production. And what I would need to do to correct that is I need to add more PV panels just to generate enough power to both charge the batteries and cover the load. That was where my issue was. I had enough to charge the batteries, but not do that at the same time if I left the loads engaged as well. So I thought you might find that interesting. So this is my array at 12:30 in the afternoon on December 23rd, 3 days after the data that we just looked at. And as you can see, the panels on the left are already shaded, and that's where I'm starting to lose. So you can see here I only got 3,665 watts of power at 12:30 in the afternoon, quite less than what it would do in the summertime. Now, I didn't have any photographs for the summer solstice, but this photo is from August 24th at 9:38 in the morning, and as you can see, there's over 8,900 watts of power being generated at that time. And so as the day wore on around noon, it would have been even more than that.